Recently, there have been rumours and speculations that filming for Bridgerton 3 has been paused because the storyline didn't look exciting enough to be what fans would enjoy. A source from the Mail Online added that Shonda Rhimes, the executive producer of Bridgerton, isn't happy with how the story is getting dark and wants to change the script. But there's no truth in this, as the behind the scenes will show you how the production of Bridgerton 3 is actively happening. And with an official synopsis already out, there's no delay or changing of the script. It's no longer news that Bridgerton 3 will be about Colin and Penelope, as they've been introduced in the video released by Netflix to announce that the production has already started for Bridgerton. And firstly, you can tell that all the cast members are very happy as they announce season 3 in their own ways. Also, we see Nicola Coughlan, who plays Penelope, in a carriage, giving a special announcement about Bridgerton 3.
Bridgerton Season 3 filming has officially begun.
And of course, she asks Luke Newton, who plays Colin, to join her in the carriage ride, and Luke happily joins.
Let's go.
With this first look at Polin, they appear shinier and fabulous, and it's evident that they are getting the most screen time this season. Another look inside what's happening behind the scenes shows Claudia Jessie, who plays Eloise, and Luke together as they engage in a painting competition with Lady Whistledown's voice in the background. The Bridgerton siblings would paint each other, and whichever result they get will show how they truly see each other.
Today is a most scandalous day indeed. In honour of Tudum, this author has arranged for two of the Ton's most intriguing siblings to put brush to canvas to reveal how they truly see one another, all while divulging their deepest secrets.
And even though they tried to contest the challenge, Lady Whistledown will have none of it.
I'm really not the strongest painter.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the best idea you've ever had.
Nonsense.
Then Claudia asks Luke why Colin finds it hard to see that Penelope loves him, and Luke explains it, saying that it might be because of how they met.
Because they met when they were so young, in the cutest way possible. When I was reading the book, it's such a lovely story, the way they met. I think there's just a lot going on that you can't really see what's right in front of them.
And he added that fans take out their frustrations on him because he fails to see Penelope loves Colin.
For the fans of the show, very frustrating, and they take that frustration out on me.
Eloise has always been a different person, as she's not like the rest of the young women in the town. And Colin also asks how she manages to maintain that. But Claudia didn't think Eloise even knows how different she is.
She thinks she's an oddball. She's lucky to have a really lovely and supportive family. I mostly think she's wondering why people don't feel like
she does.
She does.
Yeah.
I don't think she thinks there's anything odd about what she thinks.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And now the big question that made season 2 end very severely for Penelope and Eloise got asked by Luke, as he asks Claudia what crushed Eloise the most about finding out that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. And Claudia's answer is just as expected. Eloise is angry that Penelope has lied to her for so long, and that's crushing.
The lies!
Yeah.
And I think it's probably slightly humiliating because she now will look back at that time when she's been on these mad quests, in altercations with the Queen.
Yeah.
And Penelope saw all of it.
It finally got to the time when they had to reveal the portraits they'd been painting of each other, and you better be prepared, because the result would shock you just as they shocked Claudia.
Oh my, Luke, what?
And right at that moment, Nicola popped up right behind them. And despite hearing her voice as Lady Whistledown at the beginning, it's surprising that they had no clue she was around.
You ready to see mine?
Crikey.
Nick, how long have you been here?
Literally been here the whole time. I talked at the beginning of.
Interestingly, Nicola revealed the script for the first episode of Bridgerton 3, and she read the introduction as Lady Whistledown.
Dearest gentle reader, we've been apart for far too long. At last, London's smart set has made its return, and so too has this author. As the season begins, the question on everyone's minds is, of course, which newly minted debutante will shine the brightest? The crop this year appears to be rather dazzling indeed. Unfortunately, not every young lady can attract the light.
The filming of Bridgerton 3 is happening in Greenwich, London, and the set is beautifully designed to look more like the colourful and bright society of Bridgerton. Right in this filming location, the carriages are also set. Even though no one can tell what's happening in the scene, bystanders seem to be having a lovely time looking at the elegance Bridgerton is coming up with. The filming is becoming more intense as they explore the University of Greenwich for most shoots. There are also many lights and cameras overlooking the filming set. Bridgerton 3 will be about Pollen, but it will show more of Cantony too. In Season 2, viewers didn't get the pleasure of seeing more of Daphne and the Duke of Hastings after they had their baby. But in Season 1, fans could see how they were with each other when the honeymoon was over. But with Cantony, it was more of the issues they had before they could be together, and nothing much was shown between the two lovebirds after they got married. So, as Season 3 will be focusing on Pollen, there will also be some exciting things to see for Kate and Anthony. And the chemistry between these two can't be ignored, as they also carry the same energy behind the scenes. They do so much together that even the little things like grabbing ice cream makes them look desirable. A significant change to expect with Bridgerton 3 is that Penelope's outfits will be different. In a behind-the-scenes look of Penelope, she looks radiantly dressed in a fancy colour that's not close to the dull yellow and green that her mother always chooses for her. And you can tell she looks happy in her upgraded looks. With all these exciting scenes, finding out how Season 3 will take off is even more critical, because the story only gets better. Penelope has spent more than enough time drooling on Colin in Seasons 1 and 2, but that won't continue in Season 3. She knows Colin might never understand how much love she has for him, especially after overhearing him telling his friends that he could never court Penelope.
You're courting the girl, Bridgerton.
Are you mad? I would never dream of courting Penelope Featherington. Not in your wildest fantasies, Fife.
And because of this, Penelope will only focus on herself and finding a husband. The task of finding a husband is going to be even more challenging for her because she will be doing it alone without her friend Eloise. After they had some rough times with each other at the end of Season 2, they aren't going back to being friends anytime soon in Season 3. However, the search for a husband won't go well for Penelope, and that will be because she lacks the necessary confidence to make it happen. And the exciting thing is that Penelope is looking for a husband who will understand her independence and will let her continue to live a double life, both as Lady Whistledown for her career and as Penelope for her personality. Then Colin comes back from his long travels to find that Penelope doesn't seem as interested in him as she used to be, and because that will be the first time, it will be very strange to Colin, so he will try to find ways to make Penelope happy with him again. Colin will later find out what Penelope needs and will start to help her figure out how to be self-confident so she can conveniently attract the perfect suitor. But by doing all of this, Colin realizes that he might be in love with Penelope. Nicola was most surprised when she learned that Pollen's story would happen in Season 3. Even though she has always known, it still came as a shock to her. She mentioned how she's been able to deal with the Pollen romance when she said, "Luke and I, we used to joke about it all the time, and then it becomes progressively less funny and more intimidating as time goes on." So it means they have enough time to catch up with each other when filming isn't going on, which has helped them be more comfortable around each other. The pictures from the filming location explains it all, because the glow on Luke and Nicola is so huge, and this can be seen in a picture Luke shared when he captioned, "You are not ready." Luke also shared a picture of Colin's closet, and indeed viewers aren't ready for the beauty that's coming upon them in Season 3. With a bright smile, Nicola is also quick to announce the return of Bridgerton, but with a tan because the actress got sunburned while wearing her fancy Regency dresses. Indeed, the hairdo has dramatically improved this season, especially for Penelope. With her wig right next to Kate's wig, it's evident that the main character's energy is getting transferred, and Penelope is about to look her best. It's also not a love story without some matching water bottles on set, so Pollen is a serious business. When Pollen stands side by side, it's another beautiful thing. And during Christmas, Bridgerton 3 behind the scenes was all about Pollen, as they even got their own director's chair with a fancy decoration with their faces on it. And with a tired and sleepy selfie, you know Nicola has been having a fun-filled working time filming Season 3. What do you think of this behind the scenes moment of Bridgerton 3? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.